name is Marcus, and today I'm heading to the Mid America Funfest in Effingham, Illinois. I haven't attended for a number of years. Right now I'm recording on my GoPro Hero 10, which I purchased prior to the trip at my local Best Buy store in the Minneapolis, Minnesota area. I had this camera mounted inside of my car for the trip and was running time warp mode when the camera indicated that it was overheating. Now this occurred when I went to stop the recording. It happened multiple times, and after it indicated it was overheating, then it shut itself down. I didn't lose any clips, however. I've not experienced the overheating issue with my GoPro 9 or GoPro 8 or GoPro 7 or Max or Fusion that I recall, as far as it being mounted in the window of a car. I've done recordings with all of those in the car, in the window, and not had them lock up or shut down due to overheating issues. Others have commented that they have seen that occur, so maybe that's not all that unusual for this camera to get hot with the sun shining on it. We'll find out over the upcoming days and weeks how many other people have this issue and whether it occurs in the bright sun rather than inside the vehicle. Now inside the vehicle it was around 72 degrees, at least that's what the thermostat was set at. It felt comfortably cool, so that would be what I would consider to be ambient temperature. But later in the day when the sun went down or was going down and the sun was not shining directly on the camera did feel a lot cooler physically to the touch. So I think it's the sunlight hitting the black camera gives it that extra little heat generation that pushes it over the edge, causing it to overheat. Come along with me on this trip to the Effingham Funfest. I'll show you some clips and samples of the GoPro 10 and show you some really cool Corvettes. The upcoming videos were all captured using the following settings. This is a test for the vloggers who are going to be using these cameras outdoors. This direction right here we have the GoPro 10, and here I have the GoPro 9. Right now we're in a backlit situation. Both cameras are set up identically. So this is like one recording scenario where you're facing the cameras towards the sun and walking away from it. Which one do you think is doing the better job of exposing? And let's turn parallel to the sun. So now the sun is over on this side right here. Do you think the GoPro 10 is doing a better job? Or do you think the GoPro 9 is doing a better job of exposing? And then now we're walking directly into the sun. Which camera do you prefer? The GoPro 10? Or do you prefer the GoPro 9 camera? Now I'm going to spin around really quickly. Let's see which one adjusts faster. If you have a preference there, make sure to comment below. The upcoming images were all captured using the following settings. So after watching that video, which of the two cameras do you think did the better job in regards to video quality and in regards to image quality? Keep in mind there is no right answer. The correct answer depends on you, the viewer. Some viewers will look at those videos and believe the GoPro 10 did the better job because it was a little bit sharper in the grass and in the trees. Other people will look at those videos and believe that those look overly digitized and not realistic and prefer the GoPro 9 instead. Photos, I think, is a toss-up. Again, it depends on the individual what answer they would give. So in this image that I'm showing on the screen right now, the GoPro 10 properly exposed me, but it blew out the highlights in the sky. A person who's not editing photos, that's what they would want. They want the person to be properly exposed. However, a person that's going to edit photos would not indicate that the GoPro 10 did the better job. They would indicate the GoPro 9 did the better job because there's still clouds and blue sky. It's not all blown out. So all they need to do is recover the shadows on the person, and then they have a little bit better of a photo. You can't recover blown out highlights. It is possible to recover the shadows in that image. They're not too dark. So that's something to keep in mind. There is no right or wrong answer. It really depends on you. You need to make your own decision after viewing the videos and image clips which you believe did the better job. Keep in mind that the photos were all captured in Superphoto mode, so the camera's making some computational photography decisions in terms of what it should do or should not do. So there's a lot of software probably occurring there. If you put it in a manual setting where you're in control, then it's up to you to properly expose the photo and get the settings right if you're going into Pro Tune. So you might get a totally different outcome based on other camera settings. So maybe I'll take a look at doing that in a future video. In regards to overheating, the 2 days of the show, I did 2 long time lapses. One that you saw at the beginning of this video where I was driving to the Mid America Funfest, and one that you'll see at the end of this video where I am watching some people tear down their tent area at the show. In neither of those circumstances did the camera overheat, even though it had been running perhaps maybe 15 to 20 minute time frame. In the one scenario at the end of this video, that time lapse, the camera was in the shade or the shadows of a sign, so it perhaps did not get as warm for that reason and did not overheat. And in the earlier video, it was mounted to the back of the car. There was a lot of wind blowing around, so that probably helped it keep cool. On the way home, however, I did a side-by-side GoPro 9 versus GoPro 10 comparison inside the window of my car. So the same scenario that I reported in this video up here where my GoPro 10 was overheating, but this time I did both cameras so I could do a comparison. And the temperature at the time was about 68 degrees inside the car, about 85 outside the car. It was nearing sunset, roughly, let's say 6 to 7 o'clock p.m., and the car was heading towards the west with a slight north orientation on Interstate 94 between Madison, Wisconsin and Minneapolis, Minnesota. Anyway, in that test, the GoPro Hero 10 powered off due to overheating issues 4 times within a 40-minute span, and the GoPro 9 ran just fine. Both cameras were set to their highest 5K setting, so the one GoPro 9 was set to 5K and the GoPro 10 to 5.3K. So definitely, even in the same environment, the GoPro 10 versus the GoPro 9. The GoPro 10 is going to overheat, as where the GoPro 9 is not going to overheat. So that's something to keep in mind if you're running your camera for extended long periods of time. And by long periods of time, I'm talking only maybe 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to encounter an overheating issue. If you then let the camera sit for a minute or two to cool down, you could probably run it another 5 minutes or so before it will shut down again. If you immediately power it back up, it likely will say that it's overheating still and shut back down again. If you gave it maybe a minute, you can maybe record another minute or two. So that could impact you if you're doing those long recordings.